Welcome to English Passage, the channel where stories are your greatest teacher and language becomes not just a subject but an experience. Here, we don't memorize English. We live it. Each episode takes you through characters, emotions, and scenes that open your ears, heart, and mind to the rhythm and melody of fluent English. Today, we're exploring a topic that touches every English learner at some point: confidence, the quiet force behind every powerful conversation. The secret ingredient to clear speech, engaging storytelling, and unforgettable impressions. You could know all the grammar, you could memorize thousands of words, but if you lack confidence, your English will still sound weak, unsure, and hesitant. So how do you build this invisible superpower? Through real stories, through real voices, and through 5 simple but powerful techniques that anyone can learn. We'll walk together through the lives of 5 learners from different parts of India. With each story, you will discover one trick, one change, one transformation. By the end of this video, you won't just sound more confident. You will feel more confident. You might be wondering, is confidence really that important? The answer is, absolutely. Confidence is what gives your words strength. It makes people pay attention. It helps you hold the floor when you're nervous. It's what helps you speak even when you're not perfect. Every great English speaker you admire once stood where you are. Nervous, afraid, unsure. But they learned how to project strength even when they didn't feel it. And over time, that confidence became real. That's what I want for you today. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and step into today's story. Let it guide you, inspire you, and most importantly, change the way you speak English forever. Trick 1. Master the pause. Arav was a brilliant young engineer. When he got a job in Bengaluru, his technical skills stood out. But in meetings, he felt invisible. His words came out fast and tangled. People often interrupted him or ignored his suggestions. One day, his manager pulled him aside and asked, "Arav, why do you rush when you speak? You know your stuff, but no one can follow you." That hit Arav hard. He spent the evening watching speeches by Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, and Malala. What stood out wasn't their grammar. It wasn't their vocabulary. It was their pace. The space between their thoughts. The calmness in their silence. Arav realized that he didn't need to speak faster to impress people. He needed to pause, to breathe, to let his words land like footsteps on solid ground. From the next day, Arav practiced deliberate pauses. After each sentence, he counted silently. 1, 2. It felt awkward at first, but slowly, the magic happened. People stopped interrupting. They leaned in. His silence made them curious. And Arav discovered that confidence isn't loud. It's present. He began recording himself. Every evening, he would speak on a topic for 3 minutes, practicing slow, steady delivery. He reviewed the recordings, listening for rushed parts. Over time, he became more aware of his pace, and that awareness transformed his speech into something deliberate, powerful, and calm. Theory. 1. Pausing gives you control and structure. 2. It helps emphasize your message and shows your thinking. 3. It allows listeners to absorb your points. 4. Used by leaders and speakers to command attention. Example. Instead of saying, "I think we should consider another solution because this one is not working and we might waste time," say, "I believe." Pause. "We should consider another solution." Pause. "This one isn't working." Pause. "We might waste time continuing with it." Trick 2. Use intonation like music. Meera worked in a customer service job. Her English was fluent, her grammar precise. But customers often gave her low ratings. One of them once commented, "You sound like a robot." That broke her confidence. One day, she stayed late at the office and listened to voice recordings of native speakers. What struck her was not what they said, but how they said it. Their voices rose and fell. They stressed important words. Their tone was warm, curious, and alive. Meera decided to train her ear. She started watching TV shows like Friends, copying Rachel and Monica. She mimicked their tone, exaggerating emotions. She read children's books out loud, acting each line. Slowly, her voice changed. It became musical, expressive, human. Her ratings went up. Customers stayed longer on calls. And most importantly, she began to enjoy speaking English. Theory 1. English uses pitch variation to convey meaning, not just grammar. 2. Rising intonation indicates questions or excitement. 3. Falling intonation signals certainty or finality. 4. Full rise intonation can show doubt or politeness. 5. Intonation helps express emotions and intentions, making your speech more natural. 6. Flat intonation can make you sound uninterested or unsure, while varied intonation adds interest and confidence. Example. Say these 3 versions of "You're coming with us." You're coming with us? Surprise. You're coming with us. Statement. You're coming with us. Excitement. Practice reading simple sentences with rising and falling tones. Add life to your voice. Trick 3. Use strong, confident vocabulary. Rohan was intelligent, kind, and full of good ideas. But he often started his sentences with, "I could be wrong but," or "Sorry, maybe just a suggestion." In group discussions, people often ignored him. One day, his mentor said, "Rohan, stop apologizing for existing. Your voice matters. Own it." So he began a mission to replace weak words with strong ones. He stopped saying just. He removed maybe. He used phrases like "I believe," "from my experience," "one approach is." His transformation was stunning. His confidence increased. His presence was felt. And people began to listen because he gave them something certain to listen to. Theory. Words matter. 1. Confident words make you sound self-assured. 2. Avoid vague phrases like "I think," "maybe," "kind of." 3. Use assertive language. "I believe," "I recommend," "this works." 4. Speak directly. 5. Remove unnecessary apologies unless truly needed. 6. Confident vocabulary reflects belief in your own thoughts. Example. Instead of saying, "Maybe we could try a different method," say, "I recommend we try a different method." Instead of, "I'm not sure but I think this is right," say, "In my opinion, this is the right approach." Trick 4. Slow down to sound smarter. Priya believed fluency meant speed. She spoke like a machine gun. But she constantly had to repeat herself. In presentations, people looked confused. After one such event, her professor said, "Priya, you have brilliant ideas, but no one can catch them when you throw them so fast." So Priya tried something radical, speaking slower. She recorded herself reading poetry. She timed herself speaking sentences. She practiced breathing between ideas. It changed everything. People understood her better. She made fewer mistakes. And to her surprise, slowing down made her feel more in control. Theory. 1. Speaking slower improves clarity and pronunciation. 2. It gives your brain time to think, helping reduce mistakes. 3. It increases the listener's understanding and makes you sound thoughtful. 4. Fast talking can be misunderstood as nervousness. Slow talking shows poise. Example: practice this sentence slowly. When I speak slowly, I give each word the space it deserves. Use commas and full stops to remind yourself to pause. Trick 5. Practice with purpose. Neha watched YouTube videos in English for years. But when she had to speak, her tongue froze. Then she discovered shadowing. Every day, she would pick one video. She listened, paused, repeated every sentence, mimicking tone, rhythm, and emotion. At first, it felt silly. But after 1 month, something shifted. Words flowed. Her pronunciation improved. Her confidence exploded. She also spoke to herself in the mirror, told stories out loud, and recorded voice diaries. Practice became her daily ritual. She created a schedule, Monday to Friday, 10 minutes shadowing. On weekends, she would record a short story or diary entry. By tracking her progress, she saw results faster. Her English became not just better, but alive. Theory 1. Passive learning, just watching or listening, is not enough. 2. Active learning, speaking, shadowing, recording, builds fluency and confidence. 3. Shadowing helps with pronunciation and intonation. 4. Speaking aloud helps connect thinking and speaking in English. 5. Purposeful, consistent practice beats random exposure. Example: choose 1 minute of your favorite English video. Listen to one sentence. Pause. Repeat it exactly. Do this every day. And so, dear listener, our journey today comes to a close. You've traveled through 5 lives. You've walked beside Arav in the busy streets of Lucknow as he discovered the power of pausing. You heard Meera from Kochi tune her voice like music, transforming robotic words into human warmth. You met others who learned to speak not just with their mouths, but with their minds, with intention, with presence. You've also learned that confidence isn't a gift. It isn't magic. It's practice. It's awareness. It's choosing to pause, to breathe, to believe in your own voice, even when it trembles. Let's remember, when you pause, you give your words power. When you use intonation, you give your speech emotion. When you choose strong words, you project certainty. When you slow down, you invite understanding. And when you practice with purpose, you grow every single day. Confidence is not about speaking perfect English. It's about speaking your English with clarity, with rhythm, with pride. So don't wait until you're flawless to speak. Speak now. Speak boldly. Let your mistakes be part of your music. Thank you for spending this time with me on English Passage, where we don't just teach English, we live it through the power of stories. If today's story helped you, please consider subscribing, sharing this with a friend, and letting others discover the confidence within their voice too. Remember, English is not a wall. It's a passage. And every time you listen, speak, or imagine in English, you're already walking through it. Until next time, keep listening. Keep learning. And most of all, keep believing in the sound of your own voice. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.